What's up, guys? It's Mike for Sim Racing 604. Welcome back to rFactor 2. Welcome to the showroom here and this beautiful McLaren 720S GT3. This is the first sim to have the 720S GT3. In fact, as far as I know, this car has not even competed yet. So this is part of the new GT3 pack from Studio 397, official content for rFactor 2. They have added 4 cars. There will be 5 cars in this GT3 Challenge pack, and the 5 cars are the Audi R8 GT3. We have, of course, this McLaren 720S GT3, the Porsche 911 GT3 R, and finally the BMW M6 GT3. Now, I only named 4 there. I said there was 5. The 5th is going to be the Aston Martin Vanquish 2019 edition. They have licensed it. It's all good. The car is finished. It needs final approval from Aston Martin. Aston Martin is on Christmas holidays right now with their family enjoying some time, so we will not have approval for that until sometime in the new year. But regardless, we have these exciting 4 new absolutely beautiful. They've actually done some touch-ups on the shaders as well, and it looks tremendous. Yeah, these brand new GT3 cars. So very, very exciting stuff from Studio 397. Great to see them still updating rFactor 2. Obviously, this is a play late in the year to kind of steal some business from Assetto Corsa Competizione, or maybe not steal business, but certainly make Assetto Corsa Competizione sweat a little bit. So, you know, we have this tremendous sim, and they've pushed very hard lately on wanting to race over the holidays with these GT3 cars. I mean, you've got a sim with tremendous force feedback and car physics. You've got night driving, you've got day-night transitions, you've got rain, and now you've got a field of total, including GTE and GT3, of 13 cars in official content for rFactor 2. So certainly a contender. It'll be interesting to see if Kunos has any response to this, or if they will just stay the course and get that game out on time for Q1 2019. Yeah, but just tremendous vehicles here. Happy to have them in rFactor 2. So let's not waste any more time here, guys. I'm going to take them out for track tests at Mugello. Thanks, guys, for watching. Enjoy the drives. All right, guys. So here we are on board the M6 GT3. Tremendous sounding car. Very sparse interior, as you might well imagine. Green light, pit limiter off, and we are away. Absolutely awesome sounds here. Build some brake heat and some tire heat. A little bit of oversteer there. Hanging on to second gear, just a little longer than I had planned. And those sounds absolutely fantastic. This M6, of course, cousin to the M8 GTE, which we already have in rFactor 2. A couple of high-speed corners coming up. Easily handled. A little bit of dip on the brakes there. Slight bit of oversteer. Bumping as we go over the crest, nice and slow into this right-hander. Again, still building that tire temp. Where we at here? All tires showing purple. We should be good to go. Nice and early on the brakes there. That's just an outlap. We will start pushing very soon. A lot of oversteer on corner exit here in this BMW. Maybe a little bit early on the brakes there. Hugging the inside here. We are full accelerator. Bit too much traction control there. I will dial that down a bit to 1, set at 3 by default. And we're away on our first lap. Up into 6th gear before we go under the signage there. Still learning the braking points here, of course. Back end kind of just propels you around that corner. Felt pretty good, actually. Definitely not having to worry about understeer here. Just shades of oversteer. Just quick little correction though, gets it back in line pretty quick. One more time through this double right-hander here. Whoa, just about lost the back end into the grass. Had to back right off the accelerator there. Tires a little bit dirty. And again, you see that oversteer. It is quite a difficult drive, I'm not going to lie. You're constantly worried about that oversteer. I don't know how much that's translating into this recording. At high speed, it feels very, very stable, almost numb, but low speed as you're accelerating out of a corner, it's a bit much oversteer. I'm going to dial that traction control up to 2 again. Give it one more lap here. Try and be a little later with my braking here. Not even a chirp from the tires. This time keeping it in 2nd gear here. Much better exit that time. Car and me starting to get to know each other. Oh, missed the apex there. A little bit oversteer, not nearly as bad this time. And managed to hold on. Again, we'll brake very late into this next right-hander. And quickly through the switchback here. And finishing up things here, let's see what we're running. Should be somewhere around the 153 mark, 152.5. Not a bad lap for the stock setup. Challenging car. So can't say I'm in love with the handling of this thing, but I am definitely in love with the sounds. BMW M6 GT3. On to the next one. So back in the pits here at Mugello on board this Porsche 911 GT3 R. So something you'll notice right away is it feels like I'm sitting lower. Although I love the look of this interior, it does feel like I'm sitting really, really low. So I have to kind of strain myself in my seat to get a good vantage on the road. I would ask that if anyone from Studio 397 happens to see this, if you could give us a little hot fix, sit the driver a little bit higher, that would be awesome. Sounds really, really nice. From Reminds me a lot of the Fonseca sounds for Assetto Corsa. And shade of understeer there on corner exit on these ice cold tires. But there's nothing cold about these brakes. Stopping power of this car is tremendous. Can drive it way further into the corners, I feel, than the M6. And the turning characteristics are really, really interesting in this thing. Feels like it's just got a, I don't know, focal point right in the middle. And you just kind of turn around that. It's not even twitchy. I can't explain it. It's extremely responsive though. Even that was too early on braking. Just mind-blowing brakes on this Porsche. I think I really, really like the turning capabilities of this car. That combined with the late braking, I think this is probably going to be my fastest car. Managed a 153 in the M6. I'm thinking I could probably push a 152. Nice tire temperatures right now. We'll drive this very late into the corner. Extremely stable. That last left-hander is actually off camber. Is known to give some cars some problems, not this Porsche. And wow, again, these turning characteristics are just incredible. A little bit understeer there, just about caught the dirt. So much slower through that section than I was even on the outlap. And again, corner exit understeer. We'll go one more lap after this. I thought I had put it too deep. But once again, those remarkable brakes come through. Let's see what we're doing for lap time here. Suffered a bit through the middle sector. A 152.6. Not too shabby. Don't think I'll be able to improve on that too much. There are many people that could, but I think that's about all I can squeeze out of this without working a setup. And too deep. Carried too much speed through that second corner. Managed to recover it okay. Absolutely fantastic car. Just a few more corners to go. And then we'll jump into the third car. Little bit of understeer there, but it pulls it out in the end. What a car, man. Far more appreciation for this car than I have for the M6. M6 just kind of feels like you're on edge the whole time. This one inspires a lot more confidence and gave up about 0.2 of a second, 0.3 of a second. Whole lot of fun here in this Porsche. Let's jump into the third car. Back once again in the pits, guys, on board the very highly anticipated McLaren 720S, and that little laugh was for that sound. Oh man, I cannot wait. Let's go. Woo! Sounds so nice. Come on, get rid of that red light. No fewer than 5 McLarens now on offer in rFactor 2, including another GT3 car, their first GT3 car actually, the 650S. And then of course there are 3 McLaren cars for the Shadow project. This car feels somewhat of a hybrid between the handling of the first 2 cars, the M6 and the Porsche 911. A little bit oversteer on the corner exit, nothing too bad. Whoa, bit too early on that corner entry. But a lot more stable than that M6. Gonna skip out a bit wide here. Held onto it nicely. Shade too much traction control there. We'll drop it down to level 1. Kind of glided our way through that corner. Very stable feeling car. Very nice driving car, actually. I gotta say, this is probably my favorite so far. Feels very wide, feels very solid, very fast. Doesn't quite have the braking capabilities of the 911. Very cool looking interior. Race Logic controller mounted on the center console there. Fighting a tiny bit oversteer there. But even when you oversteer, this thing just kind of glides you in the right direction. You managed to keep that forward momentum. Not, of course, great for the tires in the long haul. If you're just hot lapping or just have a short little sprint race, it can be a lot of fun. Woo! Almost feels like it's progenitor, I guess is the word. The road car as it slides out of the corners there. Feels like something Chris Harris might do in the road-going version. Alright, got one more after this, guys. Pretty nasty butchery of that final corner. Where are we at for time here? 152.3, very fast car. As I say, I get on well with the handling here. Just that slight bit of oversteer coming out of the corner actually adds to the fun here. Makes you, it kind of encourages you to drive it a bit harder. But it's not totally stupid oversteer either. And really responsive steering. If I were to tune anything, it would be a little bit of that understeer on corner entry, but it's not too bad at all. And I just love the way it recovers coming out of corners. Overestimated my braking power there. Will this be my first foray into the 151s? We'll know in a moment. Doesn't feel like it. Didn't feel like a particularly slow lap though. Let's see where are we at here? 151.973. So yeah, I've just broken into the 151s. Haha. What a car. Amazing, this 720S. Whew. Man, I need a drink after that one. I'm going to have a quick sip, and then we will jump into the final car, the R8. Alright, final car here, guys. This R8 GT3. Such a familiar sound now, that R8 GT3 in so many racing games and racing sims, but believe it or not, this is the first official Audi content in rFactor 2. So nice to finally have Audi on board, and what a car it is. This is actually my favorite car from, or my favorite GT3 car from Assetto Corsa. We'll see how it plays out here in rFactor 2. Really weird handling characteristics now. I've got no heat in the tires. I'm going to take it pretty conservative for this outlap. Car doesn't seem to want to let me push it. Little shift to the front tires there, guiding me nicely through. Touch of rear traction loss there, nothing like the 720S. Woo! Maybe it is like the 720S. You notice on the gearing there, I hit 6th gear coming into the penultimate corner. Sixth gear flat out here. Doesn't have the braking confidence of the last two cars I drove, certainly. nice, very nice. Whoop, overshot that one a bit. Can we get it back here? Yep, not a problem. It feels like the most forgiving of the 4 cars. Whoop, a little time warp there. We are back in 2018. All right. So you can hear it by my sort of lack of commentary, guys. This one feels, I would say, quite stable. I would say this one feels very, I don't know. Feels very, I wouldn't say bland. Bland is the wrong word. It's still a great drive. But lacks kind of the aggression and interest of some of the others, I think. Still a very, very nice addition of the R8 GT3. Just doesn't wow me as much as the other 3 cars. Especially the last 2. I mean, the 720S, to follow that, I mean, it's a tough act to follow, obviously. I would say I prefer this R8 GT3 more than any other R8 GT3 I've driven. I would say this is even better than the Assetto Corsa version, which was my favorite GT3 car from Assetto Corsa, so that is saying something. But I just think they hit it out of the park so much with that 720 that I probably just am running these in the wrong order. And I can't drive. Alright, for the first time of these 4 cars, I'm going to run a 4th lap. This is my punishment for not being wowed by this car. Certainly, if you are coming into this game, just getting into it, maybe you bought it at the Steam Winter Sale and have added this GT3 Challenge Pack, well, start with the R8. If you're an Assetto Corsa guy, Project Cars 2 guy, Forza guy, something like that, this is the most stable of the GT3 pack in my opinion. Alright, terrible, terrible lap there. This is going to be a 153 or a 154. 152.9, so almost a 153. Let's see if we can clean it up here on the final lap of the video. Much better through that section. It's possibly one of those cars that just grows on you guys. If I was running endurance, this would definitely be my choice. If I was running sprint, I think it's safe to say that the 720S is my favorite. Whoa! It's alright, really making me earn my laps here. After I just called it boring to drive. Well, I didn't call it boring. I said it was tame compared to the others. And now it is proving me wrong. As I go sideways around this track. So I think I owe it to myself to learn this car a bit more, guys. But all in all, just very, very wowed by this pack. These are fantastic sim racing vehicles. If I had to rank them, I would probably go M6, R8, 911, Then, of course, the 720S as my favorite. What was that? A 153 too. Okay. Well, I'm just getting worse in this car, guys. Anyway, what can I say? We'll just pull over here so you can hear me a bit better. This car, this pack is just absolutely fantastic. Not enough good words to say about it. If you own rFactor 2, this is a must own. These are four of the best GT3 cars I have ever driven, and there is still one more to come. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy these replay laps, and we will see you next time.